at it again. She at it again. Greater light, greater light, greater light. Let's go, let's go. Oh, you know when grandma playing all I am, huh? What does that mean? Let's go, let's go. Come on, all I am. Come on. Let's go. They trying so hard. They trying too hard. They trying too hard. They trying so hard. Y'all know our phones are now. This is the third time that this has happened, and I thought it was just a mishap. I thought it was a mishap. I'm not subscribed to anyone on this account that I use. I'm subscribed on other accounts, but I'm not subscribed on this account. Right? And if I end up leaving my stream and it flows on its own, I'll wake up or go into my phone and see they have me subscribed to somebody that I didn't subscribe to. Like they trying to keep me attached to particular individuals that are certainly, it don't matter if they subscribe to me or not, but they're not attached to me by no means. They were meant and sent to try to destroy me. They were meant or sent to try to hinder me. They were meant and sent to either try to get me to be quiet, something. So the system is trying to keep me attached to particular individuals. I saw that I was like, I didn't press any subscribe buttons. I am not pressing any subscribe buttons. It's late for subscriptions. When I wanted to do subscriptions and hop on panels and all that other type of blocking games that they played, or allow me on their panels, but then delete or hide the stream, or even coming in my presence around me. I say, well, let's do a live stream together, and they don't no longer want to be conscious or have a part of the conscious community. Little stuff like that. There's all the mind games where I said, and I keep saying these last days, where they felt like they were testing me the whole time. You were the one being tested. Now, testing comes in many forms. Again, you have the testing like my grandparents used to say, don't, Coconut Grove, don't, who you tested? You tested me? Who you think you tested? Oh, so you want to test me? You got to be quick, ma'am. No, sir. You staring me down? So you staring me down? You want to test me? Huh? I don't know what this new thing that YouTube got going on. You know, YouTube is about to be disintegrated because their co-partner 23andMe. I don't know if anybody remember years ago when I did showed you how Google and 23andMe and all that was tied together. So since the YouTube, that somebody talking about they gonna sell their information, they not selling their information. There was really truly no information to sell. They were doing their social engineering through the 23andMe, because as you have individuals that think that it was the swab that 23andMe was used. 23andMe is a co-founder of YouTube, uploading to this Google system of YouTube that they were using. For the ones who so high and mighty on, they didn't take a swab and send any information into 23andMe. So when I did that stream a year or two back ago, and you could go back and you'll see where I have 23andMe and Google, and I have researchers in the back with some flasks and information. So those who, they're so bright and intelligent in their intellect, oh, I never sent any information into 23andMe. As I was doing research and development and realized what 23andMe was about, and when I found out what it was about, the whole time your light code is what's for sale. Your light code is what they're using to bargain and trade now. And as they prepare bargaining and trading on your light code, they're trying to dismantle anything that has to do with your flesh, because you are no longer judged by the content of your character or even what your DNA stands for. So as you continue to upload your frequency into the development of new technology through the 23andMe, what's the 22nd chromosome about? And as you sent your energy and your tones and your waves and your brain waves into the system of the 23andMe system that was connected to Google, connected to YouTube, and they are all a part of the alphabetic order through the Internet of Things. I could go ahead and I'm going to talk about devices. I'll continue on the UDI device. I'm going to continue on the UDI device, but I'm also, I want to cover a part of a document that Trump put out. Let's get the party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? My mind is God's mind. I'm always reflecting divine wisdom and divine intelligence. My brain symbolizes capacity physically and spiritually. God's ideas unfold in my mind in perfect sequence. I am always poised, balanced, serene, and calm, because I know God has provided the perfect solution for every single one of my needs. You say amen, I say God is keeping his promises. You say I say God, you promise. God is keeping his promises. It is unfolding before your very eyes. For those who have your eyes closed, it is unfolding within your ears. For those who got your ears closed, it's unfolding whether you accept it or not. Every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. Yes, sir. Oh, what you thought? Those working in the background. You know, I purposely gave one of y'all flunkies and the weakest link every bit of info. Ain't the game that y'all played like y'all testing grandma. So as you continue to still think it's a joke in the game, oh, this is a message to the community. One of your beloved is about to transition. It's written. I didn't write it. It's written. Dr. Malachi Z. York, I almost called the correct pronunciation. Dr. Malachi Z. York mentioned that in the transition, right at this time, with the different eclipses and the signs and all that, 4 important people would transition. Now, you could think that the important people would be like stars and things like that. No, it is a person strategically connected to the whole branch of the community. So one of your beloved is going to transition. It is written. I didn't write it. Now, let's see if this is going to be the point where all will come together in unity, or you're going to continue the mind games, or you're going to continue being a vessel or a conduit for the beings of spirits in high places that are meant and sent to destroy those who are to the kingdom of love and light. Let's see. Man, I'm going to sit back and watch this and wait. It's written. Just like how I knew before my grandmother even had the situation where they put her in to rush her death, and she knew it wasn't natural, and I know it wasn't natural. Months before the incident happened, I let her know because it's already written. This stuff was here before I hear, so it's not. I'm not prophetic, and because I was allowed to see it, I let her know. And those who were involved, no, I made sure thing now about witness these last final days, so nobody can act slow and act like they don't know. So I'm sending my condolences to the community now. I'm sending my condolences to y'all because the same way I am about my grandmother is the same way I am about everybody. I know what it is. I see what it is. And there's particular things that I know I'm going to see again. Those who choose to be left behind, it's on you. All right. I may go back into John, but before I do play my song, what did you think? Those who work in the background. You thought that the whole time I've been pressing the enhance? Oh, no, it's this tight and right. It's tight and right. Let's play this song. You ready? Steady, let's go. I am the light. I am the light. I am the light. And the light. God's paradise cycle now. Put of night.
I gave up that ghost. Eloy, lama sabanos. Dark, my father shined on me. I am the way in all of my, all eyes on me within your sight. I am the light. You are the light. I am the light.
I am the light.
Jesus said, I am who and the light. God's heart, I cycle, not those particulars of. I gave those Lord, them out. I saw them out of the dark.
Hey, and
You are the light. I am the light. Jesus said, I'm the way, and the light. God's heart, I cycle, particulars. You are the light. I am the light. Jesus said, I am the and the light. Particulars of I gave up that ghost. Elohim, I am the way in all of his might. All eyes on me within your sight. I am the light. Jesus said, I'm the way and the light. Those particulars, I gave up that ghost till I belong inside me. I am the way in all of his might. All eyes on me within your sight.
I am the light.
You are the light. Jesus said, I am the will and the light. God's part, a cycle, not ghost, but ridiculous at night. I gave up that ghost. Eloy, lama sabah. No dark, my fault on me. In all of his might, all eyes on me within. I gave up that ghost till I
You are not of the world. Ah. So back to what I was saying. So when the beloved of the community transitions and everyone comes together, I hope everyone can come together. And why is it not be someone of the world? Why is it going to be branched within the cover of the branch that came from Dr. Malachi's New York of Light? Oh, they coming in, they messing with the system now. They want me to be quiet. What they saying, ugly people be quiet, ugly people be quiet. They want me to be quiet. Uh, uh, get out of my system. Are y'all you seeing everything that's happening? Aren't you excited to know that this earth is about to be cleansed? Huh? That the children will be able to walk along the side of lions and ride on the back of lions. Huh? The lions and the babes will be able to sit together. You not excited about? I'm so excited. I am so excited. Anyways, let's see. And the blind man. How? What Doctor up there doing? What is he talking about? And what does it mean for you? This document that he gonna bring out after I come and I tell y'all, check your hospital records. Huh? After I've been showing you what their plans are for those who say they are indigenous to this land, when I just mentioned to you about the Smithsonian Institute and all the things that I've been leading up, it almost seems like they are coming over and listening to me and then deciding what they're going to put in the paperwork. I say, AI in ancient days was not pronounced AI. They did not phonetically break it down and say AI. Land of AI was pronounced the land of I. Just for your keepsake knowledge. Okay? So from now on, when you hear them say AI, and those who know within your DNA that the land of AI in scripture, in ancient days, in ancient of ways, the land of AI and those who resided on the land of AI did not go around and say we are on the land of AI. They pronounced it I. UDI, IDI, IDI, IDI. Uh, all right. So let's go. Let me stop all this and get straight to it. Let's get straight to it. Let me get the glasses. Can you see the screen? You can't see the screen. I'm not sharing the screen. Am I? Am I sharing the screen? Screen. No? Okay, here. Let's share the screen. All right. Is he talking about truth and sanity? What kind of truth would Trump be talking about? Because y'all know Trump didn't put his hand on the Bible. Remember. That's a good thing because it say you're not supposed to really truly put your hand on the Bible, right? I guess. Truth and sanity. Huh? Trump releasing documents about truth and sanity, but it has to do with indigenous, native, historical, flesh, wars, truth and sanity in a document in the Federal Registered Government that is connected to dismantling whatever it is you think you know about your flesh as they transition into light code. You ready for this document? All right, I'm ready. Let's read. Truth and sanity. The truth of the matter, huh? Woo! 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 I may have to come back later and go over showing you how to find out who is the um, spiritual wickedness in high places, which sect is bidding on your light. If you get to that knowing, then you know how they say you could pray and use the power of prayer to build and destroy. But if you don't know exactly, okay, say, some people pray prayer protection over their house and their territory on a daily basis. But then some prey on diseases. So they pray for over all diseases. Those who work in the workplace, let's say, for example, a person that's working in the workplace knows that they have enemies or somebody that just don't like them around, but they just don't know who. And they say all the time they're being sabotaged, but they can't pinpoint who it is. Do they pray against that evil wickedness or the force that is using that individual, say destroy my enemies, and just pray a prayer for everybody around them because they can't pinpoint who the enemy is? So their prayer is, oh, destroy all my enemies in this place. Huh? You say a person is continuously praying that destroy all my enemies. And the whole time you are your own enemy, but that person put out a prayer against everybody instead of pinpointing the one individual, asking to be shown who the individual is before praying. See, it makes more sense to research and know. And sometimes you can't, no matter all the research, you can't get it unless you're enlightened. So you ask to be shown so that you can see exactly what you need to pray for. And then sometimes, a lot of times, you may think that that person or being is your enemy, and the whole time that person or being is just trying to get your attention because they need prayer for something else. They need healing. Now that went all against the grain. Of course, individuals on this realm, everybody needs healing. But not everybody will accept the healing. Some will continue to work within the forces of the universe that is meant to destroy love and light. Where was I going with that? Let's get back to restoring truth and sanity. Obviously, truth was lost somewhere. And Trump saying he has the restoration. Trump saying somewhere the whole system, everybody crazy and out of their mind, because he's restoring truth and sanity to what he wants America to look like. All this time you've been calling me crazy, and the government of the United States say you the one that is a liar and insane. Huh? Huh? He says somewhere along the line, truth and sanity was lost. And he has the restoration power, and he going straight to the Smiths. Then I tell y'all, Will Smith standing up there ain't no coincidence. And Will Smith standing up there talking about a bridge to be completed on Independence Day or put in honor of him, or they having a party for him, when he just turned around talking about his dream was to do the Matrix. Was his dream to do the Matrix so he could have stopped how many people that Jada slept with when she was on set? Oops. Oops. I did. Yes, I did. I did. I meant to go there. I did. I meant to go there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's go to this truth restore truth document so y'all can stop looking at me. Restore truth and sanity to American history. Oh, so he want to go back in history and restore the truth and sanity. Huh? He's taking you back to 1770. He taking you back to 1776 and restore truth and sanity. Y'all know this is my favorite coffee cup. That is about two cups. All right. So he wants to take you back in time and restore his truth. Let's see exactly what he's doing because I don't want to take his movement out of context. I don't want to take his movement out of context. By the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. Well, he says, by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered in Section 1, Purpose and Policy. Over the past decade, Americans have witnessed a concerted and widespread effort to rewrite our nation's history, replacing objective facts with distorted narrative driven by ideology rather than truth. Now, how many times I used the word ideology yesterday? And I didn't see this document. Look at me. I did not see this document yesterday. My concentration was not on anything over the weekend or April 2nd. My concentration was about this UDI device and how the hospitals, because of the transparency laws that came into effect by December 24th, that everybody has to be transparent with things. We're into the truth of the matter. All right. So that's where my focus was. I didn't see this document yesterday for me to keep talking about ideologies and methodologies. How many times? How many times did I say ideology yesterday? Let me go over the stream I did yesterday real quick. Let's go over the stream I did. Okay, last stream right here. Wait a minute. Oh wow. Oh wow. My most recent lives are not anywhere up here. Wow. Ain't that something? My most recent lives are not posted. The most recent live they have from me is 3 weeks ago. Oh, wow. Ain't that something? Here, you can look at the screen with me. The most recent lives they have, if anybody was to go to my page, is 3 weeks ago. Now let me see if I go to my home page and scroll down. Does it show? Yeah. The most recent lives they show is 3 weeks ago. And I still been going live every single day. So they got me blocked and shadow banned to the extent. Wow. Okay. So I need to continue doing what I've been doing. Oh, and they're hiding my posts. Because I've been pushing my posts. I've been putting my post into my videos into my posts because I felt like they've been blocking my videos. And it's exactly as I'm seeing. I'm so glad I'm looking at this right now. Wow. Well, I was just about to go in and talk to you and go over the live that I did yesterday, and that I actually put it into my post. But as far back as they're giving me with my live streams is 3 weeks ago. Ain't that some shadow banning for your behind, huh? I bet you ain't none of y'all being shadow banned like this. Ain't that sad? It's not sad for me, you know, because I'm used to that part. It's sad for the world. It's sad. I'm sad to know that the community is that afraid of the truth because it's beings who sit at the round tables with the YouTube creator network and push out to make sure that particular um, individuals are blocked. And again, I am directing everything that I'm saying to the spiritual wickedness in high places. But at the same time, for those who are here right now or actually come in and listen while I'm live, that should let you know something even more about who I am, the messages that I send, or the things that I say in regards to the truth of the matters, that they would go to an extent or to this extent to make sure that the message doesn't go forth to all the world in this generation. I'm actually going in now and seeing if it's this way all across the board. That's what I'm doing right now. So if they're not showing, and I've been going live every day, and they have blocked my stream from 3 weeks ago, I'm trying to see if it's this way, like I said, all the way across the board. Not the live that I'm on now, but that the fact that they're blocking the lives from yeah. So I guess they're what they're doing is only making my streams available to the people that like to a particular group or set of people. And that's fine too. Cause you ain't stopping nothing. They're not stopping anything. They're not. Let me continue. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. Okay. So let's share this tab. Restoring truth. Over the past decade, Americans have witnessed a concerted, widespread effort to rewrite our nation's history, replacing objective facts with a distorted narrative driven by ideology rather than truth. I really, really, really want to go over that video that I did. Oh, now they want to show it. No, that's still 3 weeks ago. Let's see something. What did I name and entitle that video yesterday? Let's see if I can pull it out like that. What did I name that video yesterday? You the I. You the you the I. Let's see if that comes up. Nope, they not letting it come up. Goodness. I am highly disappointed in these beings in the YouTube, these scary cats. I am highly disappointed in the scary cats. I am so disappointed. I am so disappointed that I had to come here while I'm live and find out they have blocked 3 weeks of live streams. What, to see if we could get my numbers to go down? Is that what they're doing? Goodness. Let me continue reading this document. So, the ideology rather than truth. This revisionist movement seeks to undermine the remarkable achievements of the United States by casting its founding principles and historical milestones in a negative light. Now, he used the term light and he puts negative in front of it. Under this historical revision, our nation's parallel legacy of advancing liberty, individual rights, and human happiness is reconstructed as inherently racist, sexist, oppressive, or otherwise irredeemably flawed. Rather than fostering unity and a deeper understanding of our shared past, the widespread effort to rewrite history deepens societal divides and fosters a sense of national shame, disregarding the progress America has made and the ideals that continue to inspire millions around the globe. The prior administration advanced this corrosive ideology. At Independence National Historical Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where our nation declared that all men are created equal, the prior administration sponsored training by an organization that advocates dismantling Western foundations and interrogating institutional racism, and pressured National Historic Park rangers that their racial identity should dictate how they convey history to visiting Americans because America is purportedly racist. Once widely respected as a symbol of American excellence and global icon of cultural achievement, the Smithsonian Institute has, in recent years, come under influence of a divisive, race-centered ideology. This shift has promoted narratives that portray American and Western values as inherently harmful and oppressive. For example, Smithsonian American Art Museum today features the Shape of Power, Stories of Race and American Sculpture, an exhibit representing the societies, including the United States, have used race to establish and maintain systems of power, privilege, and disfranchisement. The exhibit further claims that sculpture has been a powerful tool in promoting scientific racism and promotes the view that race is not a biological reality but a social construct, stating race is a human invention. So let me look up this sculpture that he is referring to. So this is the sculpture. Look where they put this symbol at the belly. And it's a plus size being, huh? Sam's groundbreaking exhibit featuring 82 artworks created between 1792 and 2023 examines the first time the ways in which sculpture has shaped and reflected attitudes and understandings about race in the United States. Hmm. I'm going to come back to that image. Am I sharing it? I'm not sharing the image. My bad. There it is. So, this is the image that he is referring to in this document. Stories of Race and American Sculpture. Now, let's go back and let me read exactly what he's saying about this sculpture. I have to keep coming back and making sure that y'all can see the image. Because, all right. So it says here, once widely respected as a symbol of American excellence and global icon of cultural achievement, the Smithsonian Institute has, in recent years, come under the influence of divisive race-centered ideology. This shift has promoted narratives that portray American and Western values as inherently harmful and oppressive. For example, the Smithsonian American Art Museum today features The Shape of Power, stories of race in American sculpture, an exhibit represented that societies, including the United States, have used race to establish and maintain systems of power, privilege, and disenfranchisement. The exhibit further claims that the sculpture has been a powerful tool in promoting scientific racism and promotes that the view that race is not a biological reality but a social construct, starting with race is a human invention. Isn't that the truth? Racism is not biological, it is a thought process. Racism is a thought process. It is not a biological construct. You don't know about race until you are taught about racism. And you study racism just like all of the other isms that are scientific. That's what I grew up to learn. I didn't know about racism until it entered into our construct. Let me again, people who are from melting pots don't grow up truly knowing about racism until the media starts processing it and the system starts trickling it down into the community. I am so sure and certain about that. No one can come and tell me anything different. I went to a school, in a school that I grew up in, almost every culture or religion of people was there in that elementary school. The neighborhood that I grew up, we were separated and divided, but I didn't understand or know why until I got older. But as far as how my father raised us, we associated with all types of different cultures, people from different cultures, and I didn't see or know that there was a such thing as racism until almost 8th grade. His one of his best friends was a so-called black man married to a Vietnamese woman. The majority of the people that he worked with was from different cultures. His football pool team, the one of the head honchos, Mr. Jitterbug, was Jewish. My mother, she worked in all these different places where we would go to their houses for dinner, and I'm talking about high society, supposedly type people, because of the industry she was working in. So the racism is something that has to be learned and taught. It is not a natural form. Biology is natural. So, anyways, again, I didn't realize division and racism until 8th grade. And so then we were taught to do speeches in regards to Dr. Martin Luther King. But Sunset Elementary was a international school, even though they were doing their studies and their research and development. And because of the studies that they did on my generation and their success in the research and development, they were able to be funded as an international baccalaureate programmed school. Back to reading this document. So, again, at the end of this part about this document that he put out, Truth and Sanity, the exhibit further claims that the sculpture has been a powerful tool in promoting scientific racism and promotes the view that race is not a biological reality but a social construct, stating race is a human invention. The National Museum of African American History and Culture has proclaimed that hard work, individualism, and the nuclear family are aspects of white culture. Let me read it again. The National Museum of African American History and Culture has proclaimed that hard work, individualism, and a nuclear family are aspects of white culture. The forthcoming Smithsonian American Women's History Museum plans to celebrate the exploits of male athletes participating in women's sports. These are just a few examples. Now, I'm not going to disagree with him on this part. So if what he's saying is what's shown at the National African American History Museum is true, but of course, who are the head or the owners of that museum? Okay, so I can agree with that. If he's saying that that's not true. Okay, so let's continue to see what else he's talking about. These are just a few examples. It is the policy of my administration to restore federal sites dedicated to history, including parks and museums, to solemn and uplifting public monuments that remind Americans of our extraordinary heritage, consistent progress toward becoming a more perfect union, an unmatched record of advancing liberty, prosperity, and human flourishing. Museums in our nation's capital should be places where individuals go to learn, not to be subjected to ideology, indoctrination, or divisive narratives that distort our shared history. To advance this policy, we will restore. This is the veil. I really want to know where he's getting at. To advance this policy, we will restore the Smithsonian Institution to its rightful place as a symbol of inspiration and American greatness, igniting the imagination of young minds, honoring the richness of American history and innovation, and instilling pride in the hearts of all Americans. Saving our Smithsonian, the Vice President, in consultation with the Assistant to the President for Domestic Policy and Special Assistant to the President and Senior Associate Staff Secretary Lindsay Halligan, Esquire, shall work to effectuate the policies of this order through his role on the Smithsonian Board of Regents. With respect to the Smithsonian Institution and its museums, education and research centers, and National Zoo. They want to get you back in the zoo, under the staples, in the stables, or the Litecoin? Huh? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Including by seeking to remove improper ideology from such properties, and shall recommend to the president any additional actions necessary to fully effectuate such policies. So he's making this statement as he say he wants to live in the spirit of 1776. He wants to take you back to the spirit of 1776. This document is a follow-up to him wanting to take you back to the spirit of 1776. No, that doesn't exist. Let's put spirit of 1776. Let's put spirit of, oh, I put the wrong thing. Let's go back. Spirit of 1776. See here? Spirit. He said, we fearlessly summon the spirit of 1776. That's spiritually summoning the spirit of 76. He has to make everybody think that they are liars and crazy, like they did Jesus. Grandma, where you see that at? See it right here? On the 25th, he said, we fearlessly summon the spirit of 1776. What was your ancestors doing in 1776? Huh? Can you go back and find out what was going on in flesh in 1776? The truth? Whatever the truth is, he gonna make it their truth. Huh? And him and Little Horn he gonna make sure Little Horn taking control of this one. Little Horn. Grandma, who you talking about when you say Little Horn? You need to go back to them lives that they done blocked from 3 weeks ago and find out what I mean when I say Little Horn, who Little Horn is. Huh? And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the day off from Space Labs following and creating simulations of shadow banning and blocking me, and all the entities that's involved with them, especially through the company where the people that listen in on my calls know people who own football teams and baseball teams personally. Huh? And I'm gonna go ahead and adjust and find out why I can't see videos that I have been going live for, they got me blocked from 3 weeks ago. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go take care of that now and then more than likely come back later. Because, yeah, this is an important document, of course. Let's go back. These documents here are, necessary to pay attention to. The 7 presidential document where he talking about truth, but whose truth is he trying to block? Restoring, what truth is he trying to restore by reminding you that 1776 was real? So that when you get in there, when they purchase your light, you can remember and never forget that somewhere in their construct you were a slave. Almost like he's saying, we don't want you to forget where you came from. Even though we have scripture and Bible and different formats that show us that's not where we came from. He said, look, I don't care what you say. If you believe that racism is a learnt and taught construct and it's a scientific construction of things, if you trying to be free from the thought that we beat your behind back in the days, if you want to try to be free from the thought that apartheid existed, we trying to make sure that you don't forget where you came from. Let me go ahead and finish reading this, because I obviously, if I'm going to take the day off, I got all day. So y'all want to block me? I got all day. I got all day today. I got all day today. National Museum. Oh, let's skip that. And down here where he say him and Halligan, the vice president and Halligan is going to work together to make sure the National Zoo, including by seeking to remove improper ideology from such properties, shall recommend to the president any additional actions necessary to fully effectuate such policies. The zoos and the museums go together. That's what they saying. And Little Horn is going to be in charge of that. The vice president and director of Office of Management and Budget shall work with the Congress to ensure that future appropriations to the Smithsonian Institute prohibit expenditure on exhibits or programs that degrade shared American values, divide Americans based on race, or promote programs or ideologies inconsistent with federal law and policy. Celebrate the achievement of women in American History Museum and do not recognize men as a woman in any respect in the museum. The director of the Office of Management and Budget and the Secretary of the Interior shall take any other measures within their authority to promote the policy of this order. As appropriate, the Vice President shall, in consultation, they're going to re-erect a new statue. You know what? This that's happening in his proclamation to fearlessly summon the spirit of 1776 and give it Little Horn the authority to do it sounds like, woo, those glasses ain't working right now. Let's see. It sounds like this is a job for revelation. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a job for revelation. It sounds like a job for revelations. Let's go. Then the dragon encouraged the creature to speak great blasphemies against the Lord and gave him authority to control the earth for 42 months. All the time he blasphemed God's name and his temple and all those living in heaven. The dragon gave him power to fight against God's people and to overcome them and to rule over all nations, languages, and groups throughout the world. When the dragon dropped on Disney's lake with that scene that it made, and when the dragon pulled in Anubi and what's the son, Sunni, the panda, all that happened, and the real truth of what Trump was sent to do is unveiled. And all mankind whose names are not written down before the founding of the world in the slain Lamb's book of life worship the evil creature. The only ones worshiping is those who ain't written in the Lamb's book of life. Anyone who can hear, listen carefully. The people of God who are destined for prison will be arrested and taken away. Those who are destined for death will be killed. But be not dismayed. Be not dismayed. If men don't believe you, he'll understand and say, well done. Be not dismayed, for this is your opportunity for endurance and confidence. Look, then I saw another strange animal, this one coming up out of the earth, with two little horns like those of a lamb, but fearsome voice like the dragon's. He's the little horn, but he has a voice like the dragon. The authority that was given to both dragons. He exercised the authority, all authority of the creature whose death wound had been healed. Remember, Trump's death wound was healed. He could have died, but he didn't. And the wound was healed. They put something in his ear to make him forget you wasn't down with Elon. Remember? You wasn't down with nothing they was doing. You was going to shut the whole SpaceX program down because you knew their information was hunky-dory. Not hunky-dory. So, the little horn comes to exercise all the authority after they done summon up the spirit, fearlessly summon up the spirit of 1776. He did unbelievable miracles such as making fire flame down from the earth to the skies while everyone was watching. Oh, they trying to say the little horn is going to be Elon. Wait a minute. Oh, so he could do this thing while the first creature was watching him, which is Trump. And he ordered the people of the world to make a great statue of the first creature because the first creature had to pass on when he came back to life. He was permitted to give breath to the statue and make it speak. So he did all that. Then the statue ordered anyone refusing to worship it must die. Anyone who stands in the way of what they are doing must go. He required everyone, great, small, rich, poor, slave, and free, to be tattooed with a certain mark on the right hand or the forehead. And no one could get a job or even buy in any store without permit of this mark. Wait, is it part of the world liberty mark? Is it part of the stable coin? What part are we on in Revelations, where he has summoned the spirit of 1776? He's celebrating July 4th before it even gets here. July 4th next year, while the Smith, who wasn't even supposed to act no more, while he is going to be commemorating and standing on bridges in Philadelphia. Why they got Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, all up and through here, July 4th, Independence Day, all up through here, and restoring Independence Hall before July 4th, 2026, the 250th anniversary of signing of the Declaration of Independence. He said, we taking care of it now. We getting taken care of it this year, in the double year, the twin year. This the twin towers of statutes and laws. Everything I'm doing is greater than whatever has been done in the past. And when we get you in our wheel and we purchase your light, and we got space labs, Satori's, and all the high functioning agencies that have had their telescopes on you before you came into this plane of existence. We got all them backing us up, the whole Doge team. Zeiss, the Aleutians, the Meditechnizex, and of course, Space Labs. You know, Zeiss, you can't find the Zeiss name past or before the 1800s. Zeiss could more than likely be Zeus, but I don't want to believe that. But Zeiss is connected to the Kraken. But Zeiss is the one with all of the eyes for the media. But Zeiss is in the comics. Zeiss almost killed Catwoman. Anybody know about that? And let me take a stop for a second and show you something about Zeiss. What is she talking about? You had to watch my stream that they blocked that happened yesterday. You have to go to that to find out what I'm talking about. You know, where they blocked my stream. They you can't see my stream for three weeks ago if you go to my page. Anyways, Zeiss in comics refers to the villain Philo Zeiss, a Batman adversary with a vendetta against the hero who considers himself superior in both strategy and technique. He is a Batman villain who harbors a personal vendetta against the hero, believing himself to be superior in both strategy and technique. His single-minded focus on defeating Batman in hand-to-hand combat has led to setbacks such as allowing his employer, Lou Moxon, to be injured by Deadshot. Oh, I want to see an episode of this. He he was relieved of his protection duties and thrown out of Moxon's mob after his incident. Zeiss has been defeated by Batman with the help of Batgirl, who was not recorded by Zeiss and is a formidable fighter. There's another part that I read where Zeiss almost killed Catwoman. Zeiss almost killed Catwoman. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, right here. It says he was brought up to Gotham by the Silicon Mafia, by Silicon Valley, where he fought Batman to a standstill and nearly kills Catwoman, but he didn't kill Catwoman. Zeiss didn't kill Catwoman. They nearly killed Catwoman. But back to what I was saying, as all of their telescopes have been on you, and knowing when you came into this plane of existence through the light code, now they want to remind you and keep you in a wheel of turning of slavery. That's what it's saying. Because I don't care how he put this part in here. If you read it and then go back and read what spirit he's summoning of 1776, you'll know he ain't being truthful all the way, and whatever it is, he gonna pretend he didn't know nothing about it because he gave the authority to one of the little horns. Okay? Now, all of these that he put out here addressing risk from Wilmer Hale. Let's see. Big Law, Clients Dollars, Wilmer, Cutler, Pickering. Hey, that sound like a tongue twister. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Oh, Wilmer Hale itself discriminates against employees based on race and other categories prohibited by civil rights laws, including through the use of race-based targets. So you can't tell what he got going on. Aaron Zibley, Mueller's top aide, the closest associate, James Quarles. All this is like nursery rhyme spells. Wilmer Hale. Wilmer! Let's see. Let's go back. Federal taxpayer funds and contracts. Wilmer Hale engages in obvious partisan representations to achieve political ends, supports efforts to discriminate on the basis of race, backs the obstruction of efforts to prevent illegal aliens from committing horrific crimes and trafficking deadly drugs in our borders. Wait. And furthers the degradation of quality of American elections. Who is Wilmer Hale? Wilmer Hale is a big law firm. Look, they use the word bedrock as I kept saying, Wilmer! They use the word bedrock. Who is Wilmer Hale? Let's see, said the blind man. Wilmer Hale. Wilmer and Hail Mary, huh? Wilmer, Cutler, Pickering, Hale, and Dora. Oh my goodness. That's a long name. Here we go. Let's see who they are. Hale and Dora. Boston. See? Everything coming out of Boston. Boston, 1918. Washington, D.C., 1962. McGuire. The Silver Bridge. Hale Door Wealth Advisors. What is it that they're not doing that they won't do for him to make him say what he's saying? Justice and the poor. So according to these people used to work for justice of the poor back in the day. They founded Committee for Civil Rights under law. Huh. Dayton, Ohio. Everything coming out of Ohio ain't right. It's all scam. Mm-mm. I mean, on the higher uppies. Algerian 6. A team of Wilmer Hale attorneys represented the Algerian 6, a group of men who fell under suspicion for planning to attack U.S. Embassy in Bosnia. And they are now being held at Guantanamo Bay. They represents the Canes in France. There go the Canes. Coming up again, France. Melissa Hoffer is part of the team. Oh, she looking like a man. Of Wilmer Hale. She looked like Wilmer from the Flintstones with some weight on her, huh? Delivered a speech for the Canes in France. Okay. It is no surprise that firms like Wilmer Hale, which represents both big pharma and tobacco-free kids. Wait a minute, what? They doing too much. They doing too much. They is just doing they doing too much. No wonder I didn't want to see what they had going on in this yesterday. They doing too much. That's a distraction. That right there is a whole distraction. Exclusion from federal labor management relations, making District of Columbia safe and beautiful, combating unfair practices in live entertainment marketing, establish United States Investment Accelerator. That's what you need to be paying attention to. They accelerating the money market. They about to accelerate it. They said we need to speed it on up before the kingdom comes. You know how many people we need? You have done the count, Elon Musk, under the CHIPS Act law. Look at the CHIPS program right there. Under the CHIPS Act law, you did the amount, counted the amount of words that we need to have under our 3,000 billionaires that exist, who have put in their money and their bids on how many individuals of light code that they could have under their belt. You have did the count of the words, the living words. I'm gonna get off of here. I haven't really truly been able to concentrate ever since seeing how my lives or my live stream have been blocked. Uh, there's the popular, there's the oldest, and the latest they have is 3 weeks ago. Go to my homepage, and even at my homepage, they'll put to see if there's something I need to update in my studio. Then they have this right here. None of my posts are available. It's saying on this device, you can access post tab and content from your desktop or other supported devices. I'm on my desktop. I'm on my desktop. So because of this situation right here, I'm definitely going to be coming to you probably live all day. All day. As a matter of fact, let's play some music.
In Jerusalem, see, in Jerusalem, pray, in Jerusalem. walk in Jerusalem, sing in Jerusalem, walk in Jerusalem, just like John. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. When house in order, walking in Jerusalem, walk in Jerusalem, just like John. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready when he comes. I'm tried, and my house in order to walking in Jerusalem, just like John. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven rings with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound. This is my anthem. Let it resound. This is God's promise, loud as the roaring seas. This is my anthem. To sing a song full of the faith that the darkness has. Sing a song that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun. Our new day begun, the victory is won. Till victory is won, till victory is won. Rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound. This is my anthem. Let it resound. This is God's promise, loud as the. This is my as taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Us on till victory is won, till victory is won. Let our rejoicing high skies. Let it resound. This is my anthem. Let it resound. This is God's promise, loud as the roaring seas. Facing the coming sun, God's promise. Victory is won. Victory is on the way. The truth and the light, lift every voice in heaven. Rings with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise up. This is my anthem. Let it resound. This is as loud as the ring. This is my anthem. Don't believe that the dark has had us. Are you taking God? Let us march on. He is one. He is Jesus. Facing the coming. You do you Jesus, I love Jesus. You should love Jesus. I'm sure I love Jesus. And why do you love Jesus? Here's why. Because he first loved, firstborn of the dread. Do you think he loved the first, or did he love God so only Broadway and the sun had to be sent to retrieve the water of light that was straight narrow way because he first loved me. Because he first loved you. To love. That's the reason we all are. Is that the reason we all cry? The reason we all. The reason we. The reason to be on. Because he first loved. I love Jesus. How I love Jesus. How I love Jesus. How I love him. You do you love Jesus? Oh yes, I love Jesus. Are you sure you love Jesus? I'm sure I love Jesus. And why do you love Jesus? Here's why I love Jesus. Here's why I love Jesus. Because he first loved, firstborn of the dread. Do you think he loved the first, or did he love God so? We hope God loved you before Christ, because love wasn't a soul need until hate came to grow, until hate made a Broadway. And the sun had to be sent to it. That's the reason we all ought to love him, is that the reason we all ought to love. That's the reason we all ought, is that the reason we all cry, the reason we all, the reason to be on. Because he first loved, I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Because God first loved me. How I love him. You do you love Jesus? Oh yes, I love Jesus. Are you sure you love Jesus? I'm sure I love Jesus. And why do you love Jesus? Here's why. When I say true, you say.
By that I mean, when you break this. By that I mean,
Close that back door. Close that back door.
The grave is the barren womb, the earth that is not filled with
Or intellect. They are beings who have perfected themselves from billions of different
I would like to thank the whole Diana team for the opportunity and for taking care of us. It's really
Blink, twinkle, twink, Ellen, L-Star. Blink, twinkle, twink, Ellen, L-Star.
like plasma, and gas is the ether, the soul. You follow that? Those are stages going in. And at what point do you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or El Elo, or Anu, or whatever name makes you feel comfortable? Do you meet him in the solid? Do you meet him in the liquid? Or do you meet him in the gas? You meet him in the gas. Because you meet him as you scale up the plane from the material plane to the plane of force, water, energy, water creates current. And after the solid, which is the mass body, liquid, which is the gas. So you have the physical plane, the plane of force, plane of force, and after that, the spiritual plane. And this is where they would say you meet the Most High with the. Now you take those three planes and overlay them with the degrees of ignition, mellow, now, then you get natural, the plane of men, mortal, power. Then you get malachi, angelic plane of war. Then you get and then you get magic. You're the only one I was there. In my life. You never did. were there, which is when the word was spoken to me.
I'm asking.
Father, how you been done from that point on? Oh Lord,
Can we be loved?
Father, just forgive that whole whole be it the physical element or the secret element of all.
Believe what I say, baby.
I cannot fight. Diagram reflects for the leaders get this urge. Yeah, do ya? Keep this dirt. Yeah, what did? What? Like a lion. The cub. Pray, man of Babylon. The nation for the hunters. In a pit. Brought him in chains to 10 towers of Egypt. She took another of her cubs. Told her to be strong in the end, yeah. Of the beginning, yeah. Forever and a day may long. The end manifest ages, they will sing this death dirge song. Take up the sickle, your prince is bold. Speak of the lioness, fierce and untamed. She led a destiny. What a lioness was your mother. Oh, echo through valleys wild and free. Fate wove a tail, let her cubs astray. From pride to pit, that pass in time to see. What a lioness was your mother, they say. Fate wove a tail, let her cubs astray. From pride to pit, that pass in time to see. Now the cup she chose hope unfulfilled. He proud the lion strengthened his stride. Tearing prey man eats her destiny fulfilled. Strongholds tumble towns they bear were wide. What a lioness was your mother, they say. Her roar echoed through valleys wild and free. Yet fate wove a tail. In Babylon's cage, the first cup confined. His roar silenced mountains wept for his fall. Divine, once fruitful, now withered and maligned. Hey, her roar echoed through valleys wild and free. Yet fate wove a tail, let her cubs astray. From pride to pit that pass trying to see. Desert bound, divine no strong branch remains. Destiny overthrown. This sickle traveling through time at all heads cost. I will sing this direct. I cannot fight the urge. I go through valleys wild and free. For the leaders get this dirt. Yeah, do ya? Hit them with this dirge. Yeah, about to get what they deserve. Yeah. When Israel, the mother lion, saw hope for him was gone, she took another of her cubs, taught her to be strong. In the end, yeah, of the beginning, yeah, forever and a day may long. In the end manifest stages, they will sing this death dirge song. I will sing this to direct, I cannot fight the urge. Easy diagrams backs for the leaders, get this dirt.
Back to Genesis chapter 3. And in Genesis chapter 3, the 22nd verse, notice what it says. And the Lord God, this is Yahweh Elohim, said, behold, the man, which is an Adamite or Adam, is become as one of us. Let me say that again. The Lord, 22nd verse, and read close. It says, and the Lord God said, who's talking? According to the Bible, it's saying that the Lord God is saying this. Now let's make note what the Lord is saying. Saying, behold, or look, when somebody or something look at something. Behold,
let me take a moment.
He's behold the man. So now his hands over here can also see. He's also conversing with them. He's telling them to look at the man.
You
The
supply.
which is Adonai. Look at this man. Behold, the man is or has become as one of us. He has come like one
And
of
up
us. So
the
God is not
prayers of the child.
like in the image and likeness. But he's classifying
My
himself.
baby smile.
You know that God in the Bible is not a
Every
that's not what God is
sunrise, skies are blue.
in Hebrew, the language of Hebrew is and it is in the Greek of God. But the middle language of God was revealed in Scripture too. These children of Israel, Moses, or Moshe, the mountain was in Hebrew. It was not in Greek. That's a trick by the devil to deceive you because they can understand how God is the Bible. Again, I go back. There's a 22nd verse I want you to say. And the Lord God said, behold, the man is become of us. No other human by themselves here, which we know and we already made us today. In the form, he takes on the flesh. You know that Yahweh or Jehovah takes on the physical form. But we even call Jesus the incarnation of Jehovah. Here we get Jehovah and Elohim together. The Lord God. And Genesis the 22nd verse, look it says, and the Lord God is Yahweh, so behold, the man which is an Adamite or Adon.
He finds it right in the real, but that was what he said. Truly, truly, true twice to you.